Assalamu alaikum, beste broeders en beste zusters. We zijn hier in Brussel om te praten met de advocaat van Junaid Muhadith, oftewel Loon. We zijn hier om hen een aantal vragen te stellen over wat nou de werkelijkheid is achter zijn arrestatie. What's the reason that Amir is in prison right now?
Amir was arrested in November in Brussels because there was an Interpol red notice about him. The Americans want to arrest him because they were saying that it was an old case of drugs between 2006 and 2008 before his conversion to Islam in the United States. That's the reason why he was arrested at the airport when he came here to Brussels to give a conference, to give lectures.
Is Amir still captured in Brussels?
No, he has been extradited. It was 1 week ago. It was last Friday, not this Friday. It was last Friday. It was extradited to United States after almost more than 5 months detainees in Belgium.
When is the last time you spoke with Amir?
The last time I spoke with him, now he's extradited more than 1 week. I sent him 2 weeks before he was extradited, so it must more than 2 weeks or something like that.
Are you still defending Amir in this case?
The procedure is finished in Belgium, so his legal procedure continues there. But I'm still his lawyer here because we are now probably preparing an appeal or a complaint at the European Court of Justice or European Court of Human Rights. We are now thinking about this procedure here.
Is there any proof against Amir on this case?
What was in the file that there were not a lot of things because first they were saying that he was participated in a drug traffics of heroin. First they were saying that it was a big traffic, but after more than 70 days, they sent a file in which there was a very weak proofs against him. So I'm sure that the American justice will show that there are nothing serious against him.
We all know that Amir lives in Egypt and that he travels a lot, and he came to Belgium so he can go to Holland. But why didn't police arrest him in Egypt?
Yeah, that's one of the things who was difficult to understand. It was not the only one. The only things who was difficult to understand for his lawyer here, because you know that Amir Loon is a public person who travels all the year in different countries in all over the world to give conference and lecture. So he travels a lot. I think last year, only last year, he made I think 11 countries. So in any countries he had problems. So they said that there was a judgment, an indictment judgment in the United States from May 2011. But you must know that he was already come in Belgium in June 2011. There was no problem. After we traveled in Germany, he traveled I think in England and in Holland. So there was never problem. He was never fugitive. All the conference was public. There was announced in internet. There were not secrets. All the person was coming at conference. There was public, filmed. So it was not fugitive. That's the reason why we don't understand that he was arresting here because he stay in Egypt. Anybody calls him. You must know that he had an address in New York. At his grandmother. She never received for him a convocation at the court. He was never auditioned, he was never questioned, so he even don't know that there was a procedure against him. Okay. That's the reason why it was a big surprise. So he was absolutely not fugitive, because if he receives something to go to court, of course he will go to the court. And you must know that when he was in Egypt, he goes to the embassy, United Embassy, U.S. Embassy to declare his children, so he's not fugitive. And before leaving his country, United States, he goes to the embassy, he take his passport and to license drive. So that means that it was any reason for him to be afraid, because there was nothing. Because if there was something, they never give him a passport or license drive to leave the country. That's the reason why from the beginning he was not knowing that there was a procedures against him, because they never convict him.
Why did his delivery took so long from Brussels to the USA?
It took so long because we made a lot of appeal. Not only that, but you must know that when he was arrested, he was not questioned by a judge. Okay? Yeah. They said to him, look, we arrest you, you must go to jail. So he doesn't even understand the procedure, because the procedure here was in Netherlands. He doesn't speak Netherlands. They said, look, the American want to arrest you. He doesn't understand why. And after he was very confident, because he know because he know that there's nothing. It takes a lot of time, because first the prosecutors tells to us we arrest him about a convention, and the American states have 40 days to send the documents. Okay? We're waiting 40 days, they send nothing. After they says no, it's not a convention, American have 75 days to send it. So, and the second time, we're waiting 75 days. They send all the documents almost at the end of the 75 days. So when the document comes here, at this moment, Belgium justice cannot do a lot of things. If there is document, they can only give exequatur, that means to accept extraditions.
What was Loon's first reaction when he was arrested?
First, he was very surprised, because, like I said to you, he was not knowing that there was a procedure against him. First, I must say to you that he says that when they arrest him, he was thinking it was maybe a tax problem, because he leaves his country, he goes to Egypt, so he was thinking, yeah, maybe they're searching me for tax problem. But it was never expected that it was a drug case or something like that. But he was very confident, because he know that he made anything. So he know that there was anything serious in his case, and it will be proved by the American justice.
What do you want to say to the people who are watching right now?
First, what I want to say that from the beginning, Amir in prison was very confident. Another time, I want to insist about it, that he knows that there was nothing serious in this, and he's very confident in the American justice, because he knows that American court will show that there is nothing in this case and will liberate him. And from the beginning, he says, don't worry for me, I'm not afraid, because I know that I have do anything what they said. So I know that maybe it's a mistake, because what you must know that it's a person from a gang who is not even a friend of Amir. Amir, I think, see this guy maybe 2 times when he was in the industry of hip hop. It was 6 years ago. And this guy was arrested in a traffic drugs. And he says, he gave the name of Loon. And they says, 5 years after, we're gonna stop him. We're gonna see what was against him, only because this guy says that Loon Amir is also in this traffic. But there is anything concrete or serious to show in a court.
Salam alaikum, bonjour. Je voudrais peut-être rajouter sur ce qui vient d'être dit par rapport à Amir, c'est qu'il y a une chose qu'on n'a pas comprise. C'est une contradiction entre l'urgence qui était demandée pour son extradition, on demande une extradition avec arrestation provisoire et urgente, et c'est contradictoire par rapport au temps que les autorités américaines ont fait avant de l'extrader effectivement. Il est resté près de 6 mois. 6 mois à attendre, alors que c'est une procédure urgente est provisoire. Donc ça, c'est une des premières contradictions. On n'a pas compris comment l'autorité était si pressée de le faire arrêter, mais après, quand il est à disposition des autorités pour l'extradition, eh bien, on ne se presse pas pour l'extrader. C'est un souci majeur. Deuxième élément dans lequel moi j'ai été surpris, c'est que la dernière fois que j'ai vu Amir, donc le jour même, ou c'était la veille plutôt, la veille de son extradition effective, il était en même temps soulagé de pouvoir partir parce qu'il savait que au moins la parenthèse belge était terminée. Il était en même temps dans un visage assez gras parce qu'il savait que ce qui allait lui attendre aux États-Unis était une épreuve encore plus importante. C'est pour ça je pense que le soutien qu'il peut avoir de vous tous, notamment que ce soit matériel mais également aussi au niveau moral, pour qu'il puisse effectivement passer cette épreuve est très importante. Parce qu'aujourd'hui, le combat fait que commencer. Et la défense, le travail qu'aura la défense aux États-Unis est important parce qu'il n'y a rien dans le dossier. Et avec ce rien dans le dossier, pourtant, il a déjà fait une détention de 6 mois ici. Voilà, c'est pour ça que je voudrais peut-être ajouter et terminer sur un dernier mot, c'est que Amir a toujours été patient, calme et serein. Et je crois que c'est cette sérénité-là qui va apporter et qui va mener à bout de sa véritablement reconnaissance de ses bons droits. Voilà, c'est ce que je voulais dire. Je vous en remercie.